And good morning, people. Good morning. Happy Sunday. How are we all? Is anyone here? Anyone like a mini reading this morning? I'm here and I will give you the cards that I pull for you, and I'll tell you what's going on and how I can help, or how the cards can help to direct you, or tell you what's happening, alright? So if anyone is on, give me a hey. See, I've got a few people. Not many people on today. It's going to be a quiet day. Hi, She. Hi, Shannon. Hi, yes, I'm very well. Just doing this. I'm just warming the cards up. I don't want to give you a half-baked reading, okay, Shannon? It's lovely to see you on this lovely Sunday day. It's very quiet today. See what we got for you, my sweet. Right, okay. So Shannon, I'm doing something called shuffle reading, okay? And what it does is it tells me a bit of what's going on, all right? So I'm going to give you some of that. I can see that you're aware of spirit around you, so you're quite susceptible. You know when spirits are in your area, even if it's just a feeling. And I can see that you're trying to save money up, but you're really bad at it, and that's causing you some grief. You've also got a soulmate around you, but you've got a guy who rushes into things without thinking, says what they think, gobby at times. Um, Part of me wants to say either there's an older version and a younger version, if that makes any sense. And I've got both of them coming into your aura. I see you've got a youngster as well who is probably the child of the sharp tongue, and that person is under 20, but they're big, also not scared of saying what they think, which isn't a bad thing. But there's got to be a reason that you're worried about it at the moment. And I've got a moving card, and whether that's moving on and or actually physically moving is I can't pinpoint, but there is a moving card, but it's a warning card because it's telling you you need to let go of the past to get the new future. Okay, so that's something that you need to think about. And I've also got some insecurity with you, so you don't see the good things about you, and you need to, give yourself a break, babe. You're not as bad as you think you are. All right, and I can see that money's a bit of a mess, so you don't know whether it's coming, going, been or gone a lot of the time. There is somebody also who wants to borrow money from you, right? Well, this would be somebody that you would normally give money to, but it's a warning card, so it's saying to you, if you can afford to lose it, then that's fine. If you can't afford to lose it, don't give it. All right, because this person isn't as skint as they're making out they are. I've just dropped a load of cards, which tells me that you're a bit of a mess at the moment. You're a bit high there and everywhere. You don't know whether you're coming, going, been or gone. And for an angel card for you, I'm pulling Bethany. When you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, a sea salt bath, or a pedicure. And I feel you've got a woman around you who would be like a grandmother, and she always watches out for you, and you know because you feel somebody's on your shoulder. But I'm going to leave her love with you, and I'm going to leave the love of the cards. I hope that's good. I hope that's cool and answers some questions. Lots of love to you, Shannon. Kim, hi sis. Good to see you. You want another little mini reading? That's cool. I'm working my way down. I can see you, Ria, next. So you're after Kim. Kim, I can see why are you worrying about what others think about you. All right. There is some shit stirring going on behind your back. It's probably people down the school. It's probably people in your road. All right. You're pretty aware of it. Just be more aware of it. Don't trust as much as you do sometimes, and don't tell them stuff you don't want everybody to know, because somebody's got a big mouth amongst that lot. All right, so you know it, you can defend against it. All right, let me just have a sip of coffee. Then I've got you being calmer than you used to be, but you're going to hear about another pregnancy. So there's going to be a pregnancy around you, Kim. I'm assuming you're potentially going to be a grandparent again. All right. And I see that one of your kids is particularly gobby at the moment. I'm not sure which one that would be, but they're driving you mad. And I see that you are trying to be a good mum, but you have problems seeing good in the past. So where you reflect negatively rather than positively. And I think the message that the cards are trying to get through to you is that's something you need to change, and stop beating yourself up for absolutely everything. Not everything is your fault, but you have a tendency to beat yourself up, and give yourself a break. All right. Your dad is looking over you, and I know that because I've met your dad or in spirit, and I know he's around you. All right, and he's come through in the cards to say hi and to let you know he's not far away. For an angel card for you, I've got Layla. Spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions, and ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective right now. All right, so to take some you time. I know it's hard, but try and take some you time if you can. All right, you've got the other kids that they can take over, so just let them do it. All right, darling. Now, Ria, hi, Ria. We've been trying to catch up for a while, haven't we? Let me see if I can just get you down. Here we go. Ria. Ria, you've got a moving on card as well. So whether that's moving on in the situation or moving, but I've also got a brilliant new beginning. So you're at a stage in your life where you're actually stepping that, you know, when you say, I wish I could do it all again and know what I know now. All right. You're going to that new beginning. There is a happiness there. So there's a good new beginning, but it refers to this moving on. Now, the moving on, you need to let go of other people's problems in the past to allow yourself to have that really new beginning. All right, it doesn't mean you're actually moving on or moving house or it can do, but what it probably means is that you're moving on in your mind, or moving on in a situation, because of what it's flanked by. And I see that you are gypsy related, so you've got gypsy in your family, so you struggle with everything being the same. So like me, you like to change your bedroom around, you like to change the colours, you might change things in the kitchen, so you don't like things to remain the same, and that's not a bad trait, but it can be annoying for others around you. You've got a youngster who's under 20 who's got some issues. It could be ADHD, Asperger's, anything like that, who's quite naughty, and I see that they worry you. Actually, you're not doing too bad. You have got an older one around you as well who's got sharp tongue, rushes into things and probably drives you mad, and I see them as well. But you have to start seeing the good in you, because you've got this intense, deep depression that you have a habit of dropping into. And I want to tell you that that is connected to you not seeing good in the past, and you need to be able to see good in the past for you to be able to move on. All right. So take that, Ria, because that's important to you. I've got somebody's coming in on a mother vibration. I don't know if she's your mother or if she's your grandmother who used to look after you or used to spend some time with you, or is on your mother's side. Okay, because it's quite difficult doing it through this medium. But I'm getting that as something important, and I've also got a little girl in spirit who was never born. Okay, so she would be a little earth angel. All right, so I'm going to leave their love with you, Ria. I'm just going to get you an angel card. Your angel card today is Maya. Schooling, study and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at the time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. All right, sweetheart. So I hope that makes sense. And Ria, I'm glad we caught up. All right. Okay, take care and leave their love with you. Hi, Mary. How are you, my darling? I know you can't really answer me, but hey ho. I know you're probably staying safe out there. I've got judgment for you, so you're worrying about what others think. Now, I know you relatively well, and I don't see you as someone who would be affected by what other people think. But I'm getting the opposite. I'm getting that you are worried what other people think, and I think you need to let go of that, because I don't think it's as bad as you think. I see that you've got a youngster around you. When I say a youngster, I mean an adult youngster who has issues, mostly like anger issues, probably would have had ADHD in the past. Now, this youngster would benefit from some counselling, all right? Because there are issues, and you and him are locking, or her, are locking horns. Um, whether that's coming or whether that's been or whether that's now, you are locking horns somehow. All right, but I've also got some shit stirring going on behind your back, and I think that's more of a friends and family relation than anything else. So it's close to you, and that is driving you to drink. Okay, so I think you know about it, so don't worry too much. You've got your mother behind you who is supporting you with a father figure as well, but I don't think he's your father. I think he's your grandfather on your mother's side, all right? Because of the way he flanks her. You've also got a pair of twins somewhere in spirit, okay, that are hanging around you. I don't know if you're aware, but they would never have been born, so it probably would have been a miscarriage, all right? And I've got the chariot, which means you need to go ahead with your ideas. You know where you want to go, and you're not going there. All right. So how do it? Go with your ideas. Yeah. You've got plans. You've got things you want to do. Don't hold back. It's time for you to do it. All right, my sweetheart. Let's get us an angel card for you. Okay. I've got Archangel Raphael. I'm helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and others. You're a healer like me. We know you're a healer because you do a lot of the psychic spiritual stuff, and maybe that's a side that you need to actually start to follow. All right. Okay, lots of love, Mary, and I'll see you soon. Laura, hi, hello, darling. I did answer you. I do private messages, private readings. Private readings last about 45 minutes, 40 minutes, and they are in depth, and it includes normally messages from spirit, and they cost £15 online. Okay, that's one-to-one, obviously. Right, so Laura, see what I got for you. Laura, you've got loads of people like bickering. It's like their heads are banging together. It's stupid because they're arguing over their own problems. So if you like, they've got their own issues and they're kind of putting them on each other, and it's like bicker, and it's driving people mad. I've got the death card, which is a really good card, which means that you've been through some shit and you're coming out the other side. That's a positive. See that as a positive. I think it's I want to say your great grandmother and your auntie. I'm not sure if it's auntie or great auntie. She comes flanking quite close. I want to say great grandma, but I'm not convinced. Um, yeah, she's something about shoes. Okay, it's what either you remember her shoes or you've lost a shoe or something's going on with the shoe. But she's given me that, and I don't know why. All right, but there's one shoe. Okay. I don't know if I should show me, but I will give you what I'm told. Money's improving for you, my sweetheart. So there's a new beginning coming, and the new beginning is good. The new beginning is one like fantasies. It's like you're having a new beginning. How would I say? Like a fairy tale. Like everything's working out okay for you. But you've been through crap to get here. It's not been a smooth road, and I see that you are very very determined and you are independent and you need to do things on your own. But I also see that you also stab yourself in the back with other people's problems as well. So as much as you kind of struggle, you're also burdening yourself with other people's, and you need to let go of theirs specifically. All right. And I see that you're more in control of your money than you have been, but it's a bit of a mess. But you're okay. And there is going to be a pregnancy around you soon, Laura. So be careful if you don't want to get pregnant. It's normally within a year, or it could be close, okay? So I'm going to leave that with you, quite a bombshell. And I'm going to get you an angel card. Right, so the angel card I'm doing for you today is going to be patience. Now is the time to learn, study, and gather information. Enjoy being a student because in the future you'll synthesize your knowledge into action. All right, sweetheart. Right, we have Williams Jade. So Jade Williams. Is that my Jade Williams? Right, Jade. We have a strong woman who's spiritual, who is coming through, and I'm not sure if that's you or if that's a family member, but they are. I see that you're aware of spirits around you, so you're quite spiritual yourself. You are so down on yourself at times that you don't see the good. People tell you stuff and you don't believe it. That's because it's your own thing. It's you that does that to yourself. You make life hard for yourself. All right, give yourself a break. give you. Oh, you're a bit of chaotic as well at the moment, Jade, and it just you don't know if you're coming, going, been or gone. I've got you been through the worst, which is most important, and you have an adult male who stood behind you, who's very important to you. Now, I'm not sure whether he's an uncle or a great uncle, but it's on that kind of line. Okay, and I see as well that actually you've got a child around you. What's that child around you? He's under 20, who's quite naughty, who's got ADHD or Asperger's, and they worry you, Jade. So don't worry, all right? They're going to be fine. They just don't concentrate. They're too busy rushing about. But stop being your own worst enemy, because you beat yourself up with stuff, even though you've dealt with it. And also, you've got a bit of shit stirring going on behind your back as well. I think that you need to, you'll find out about soon. All right? Just be aware somebody's talking. Okay? I'm going to leave their love with you, and I'll find you a spirit card. And for a spirit card, my darling, I have Isaiah. It's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I'm watching over you, guiding you, and protecting you during these changes. All right, sweetheart. So I hope that makes sense, and I'll speak to you soon. Lots of love. If you want a private one-to-one, anyone, message on the page, and we can do it whenever. We'll do it on chat. Right, we have a man for Lewis. We got a man he's worried about this man's health. Don't worry too much. It's nothing serious. It's just a blip. All right. If he knows about it, he can be prepared. Okay. I see there's a definite moving coming on for Lewis as well. That'd be interesting to see where that could be a moving on in the situation, but there is a warning that if you don't leave the past, it never really gets that new beginning. And money is improving for him. All right, he's a worker, and money is improving, so that may be a new job or a rise or something that's going to improve his finances, because he's got ideas and plans. I think there is going to be something new, because I've got the Chariot now, and he needs to go forward with his ideas because he knows where he's going. He's just not trusting in himself to do it. So it's time. I think it's time for that breakthrough. I think it's going to work. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune, which for him would mean that he needs to, with the Wheel of Fortune, he needs to learn. Okay, whether it's life lessons or what, to turn the wheel, to get the new beginning again. As I say, to turn the wheel, you have to be able to learn, and that's something he needs to do. I don't mean education necessarily. I mean like life lessons. All right. For Lewis, you planning on kids? I have Rosetta. You have a gift for working with young children. In your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, or parenting. And I had a pregnancy card for you. Just saying, okay? I'll leave their love with you, okay? So that's for Lewis, all right? Take care. Now I have Diane Crooms. Hi, Diane. Nice to meet you. Haven't spoken to you, I don't think, before. Let's see what we got for you. Sorry, I'm working my way down the list, Diane. I haven't missed you. I'm working down chronologically. Right, for you, my sweetheart, I have, you are down on yourself. You don't see the good things about you at the moment, and you're another one that stabs yourself in the back with everyone else's problems, not your own. It's everyone else's. It's like you want to sort everyone out, but while you're doing that, you're not concentrating on your own problems. So sometimes it's like you're running away. All right, and I want to tell you to stop running. Money's improving for you, and there's a fella around you who's a worker. All right, he works pretty hard. He's a grafter. Okay, he can be untidy, but I've got a man who's behind you somewhere there. So if you haven't got a man in your life, that's who you're going to meet. If you have got a man in your life, fair play. Now there's a pregnancy again for you as well, Diane. So you're going to hear about a pregnancy somewhere, or someone close is going to get pregnant. All right, it's close enough for it to come out in a reading. But a lot of your problem is you've also got a woman above you, a woman in spirit as well, who's got a sharp tongue. Now this woman wouldn't have spared no blushes. She said it as it is, all right, and it was kill or cure with her. She's telling me kill or cure. Now there's something in that. Are you trying to cure something? Is there something that you're dealing with? Take that love, because that's something important, I think. You've also got a child in spirit as well. Okay, you've got a little boy, and he was never born. I've also got you getting a few people out your life, a few people who aren't good for you, and this is a positive move. All right, by doing this, you're going to be able to move on. And this, I know it's going to be hard because it's going to be something surprising, but it will work out. Okay, because I've got new beginnings and I've got everything else. I do see a deep depression with you. I do see a tendency to be on that sort of side of life. But I want to tell you that a lot of your depression is in the past. So what you're doing is you're reflecting negatively again. So if you look actually at the good in front of you rather than the bad in the past, your depression will ease. Very good at preaching. Right, we have Isabella. Yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. And I think you need to be positive, Diane. Everything's okay, all right? Just give nature and the gods benefit of the doubt, all right? Okay, take care and lots of love. Ben, hi, you forgot it was Sunday. Yeah, I nearly forgot it was Sunday. I just rushed back from the shop. Right, Ben, hi. You're doing some trainings. There's going to be some either in-job training or a new job or whatever, but it's something you're going to be learning, all right? Now, what you learn helps you earn more money, so it's going to help you step up a ladder, all right? And whether you know about that or not yet, I'm not sure, but you're worried about an older lady, maybe your mum's health. Don't worry too much, all right? I don't see anything bad happening. And you've got an older lady around you, like a grandmother, who is very, very strong. You got a friend in spirit as well. Now, this is someone you went to school with, and he's just popped his head in. I'm not sure how he died. Yeah, I'm not sure how he died. I'm not sure if it was an accident or if it was suicide. Um, the jury's out on it. All right, but I'm giving it to you anyway. All right, it may be someone close. It may be someone that you know who's lost a friend like that. I see that you got a youngster around you that you worry about as well, who's got a sharp tongue at times and says things that they don't necessarily mean. When I say a youngster, as I say, it can be up to 20. See what else I've got for you. See, you're juggling money. Well, that's going to improve because you've got an improvement through your work. And I see here that, again, your Wheel of Fortune. So to change your Wheel of Fortune, to push your Wheel of Fortune round, you have to let go of certain stuff, okay? You have to learn your lessons as you go along. And that's something that is important to you, Ben, right? And I'll get a card for you today. And for you today, we have Grace and Antoinette. So to help heal this situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. So something's coming up where you're not going to be happy, but try and look compassionately at what the other person is saying, all right? And it will make sense, all right? I'm staring at your name. Okay, Ben, take care. Ghost hunting soon, won't be long. All right, Michelle, hi, hey, Michelle, good to see you. I have for you, my darling. I need to give you a reading anyway. I'm well overdue for you. I've got some shit stirring going on behind your back as well. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if that's your daughter-in-law. I've got someone who's worrying you, one of your kids, who rushes into things without thinking, who's quite gobby. Now they're worrying you because their mental health isn't particularly good. And I think that's something you need to be looking at, or you need to keep a close eye on. All right. And I've got one who's got anger issues. It could be the same one. And that's something, again, that you need to watch. I've also got you worrying about your mum's health. As it stands at the moment, I'm not seeing anything bad. So I want you to relax, okay? I understand it's scary times. And you're trying to be independent. You're trying to put everything in your own way. You absolutely will not ask for any help, and you're not in it on your own. You've got friends. I mean, God, you've even got me at the end of a computer. If you need help, always shout, okay? Because you're not in it on your own, and you have to stop being so bloody stubborn and see the good things about you, because you don't. But you are learning, and you are going to be learning that over the next few months, to leave other people's problems behind, and I think that's very important, okay? And I've got a father standing over you. I think it's a father anyway. She certainly gives me that vibe. For you, Michelle, I've got, again, Isabella. The timing's right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. Now, we know Michelle should be doing healing, so possibly that's something you should be doing, more of. Okay, take care. Right, so I've done Michelle. We have Paula. Hi, Paula. Good to see you. Anything from my soulmate, like directions to where he is? We'll see, shall we? Let's see. He's hiding. He's like mine. We have for you, you juggling money. I've got a soulmate. I keep getting a bloody soulmate for you. All right, I've got you worrying about your dad's health as well, but don't worry too much. So again, I'm not seeing anything bad happening there. I keep getting this bloody soulmate. I see that there is quite a deep depression. Well, I feel like a bit of a fraud because I know about some of that, but a lot of it is rooted in the past, as we know, and it's something you need to move on from. I'll see if I get a hint on what this guy's going to be like when he comes along. You're also going to hear about pregnancy, all right? I said that to you in your own personal reading recently, and I believe absolutely 100% that's what's going to happen. Okay, so prepare to be a grandmother again. And I see you trying to put money right. Oh God, you're gonna bloody attract. It's two guys. Two. One is, I think I've said this to you before. One is a problem. One has potentially user or has like issues in some respect. He has like anger issues or something. So you've got one like that, and then you've got one who is really boring. All right. Now I know you're not going to go for the boring one because that's just not your thing. But I know you should do. We'll see. It's going to happen without a shadow of a doubt. Whether you block it is another matter because I know what you're like. You have a tendency to block. Right. Let's have a look at the angel cards. We have Merlina. You are confused and indecisive because you don't have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. All right, so there's something you're coming up to now that needs a decision made, all right? And it's saying that you need to look more into that. All right, now whether that's training or what, I don't know. But look more into it, okay? Love you lots, and I'm sure I'll speak to you later on. Keely, hi, Auntie Paula. Hello, how are you? You the pregnancy one, are you? Right, Keely, see what's going on with you. Right, so you're just getting some people out of your life. You're a bit up and down, so there's been some issues. And you're trying to deal with stuff, but you're just getting rid of some people out of your life, all right? It's for the positive, all right? These people need to be moved on, okay? They've been shit stirring. You will know who they are because it's going to come up. Hang on. I need to slurp on my coffee to keep me sane. I have, right, karma. Okay, Keely, karma. Your karma's going to be done, all right? Justice is going to be done. What you've been waiting for and what you've been wanting is going to prove, it's going to pan out, all right? So don't worry too much about that. Just go easy and you'll find that everything's going to pan out the way you want it to. I've got, yeah, there is bitch stabbing and bickering around, but don't worry, you've got a guy around you who's calm and has a lot of nice things about him. You don't always listen to him though, and actually he's got good ideas and he gives good advice, so give him the benefit of the doubt. You think, I what you like. And I've got a move in, whether that's moving house or moving on in a situation, I'm not sure, but you need to leave past problems behind, which would go in with getting rid of a couple of people out of your life, which I think is something that you know is going to happen. If you don't, it's going to happen soon. Let's have a look for a card for you, and for you we have patience. Now's the time to learn, study and gather information. Enjoy being a student because in the future you'll synthesize your knowledge into action. This is going to be something you're going to be learning, whether that's on job training or what, I'm not sure. But that's come out through the angel cards, which is interesting. Okay, I hope that makes sense, Keely. Love you lots. And thank you for calling me Auntie Paula. I take that as a compliment. Michelle, hi, how are you? see. How are you, my darling? Oh, she says I look well. I'm really not. I look like shit. It's not even filters. No. Right, Michelle, see what's going on with you. I told you about that bitching. That's still going on. I can see that. Right, I see you're gypsy, so you like to change things. I've also see that you're right. So you're dealing with your problems. In the past, you had help with your problems, but now you're learning to actually do it and concentrate on it and get it bang on. You're getting it straight away. Okay, so that's cool, and you have got a new beginning. I think I've already told you about moving on, and there's still the pregnancy. So there's going to be another one very soon in your life. Um, and I see that you don't really trust. So you've been hurt in the past. Somebody's cheated on you, and because of that, you have trouble trusting people. And I see that as a bit of an issue, Michelle. And you have got your soulmate around you, which we know, and you've got a little bit of OCD, and you're controlling other people's problems. And but while you're controlling other people's problems, you don't have to worry about your own. Okay, so that's something that you maybe need to address, because other people are old enough to look after their own as well. And also, it's telling me that you make out you're strong all the time, even though you really don't feel it. Okay, and I've got your grandmother, and she's still nagging at you. Sorry. And Michelle, we have Crystal. Have faith and hope, because there's something positive and new on the horizon that you can't yet see. All right, my darling. Okay, makes sense. Now, I was reading that for Michelle Wadey. Sorry, Michelle, that was Michelle Wadey. Michelle Beaton, I'm going to do you now. I've swapped you round. I hope you can reverse and rewind it. Sorry, I was reading for Michelle Wadey, then Michelle Beaton. I'll do you now. Right, Michelle Beaton. Right, you're gypsy as well. You've got gypsy in your family. So you struggle with things being the same. You like to change things. You like to change your bedroom round, or change, colours in your kitchen. So you're the same as me. You like to change stuff. You don't deal well with staying in one place. You've been cheated on in the past, so you struggle with trust, and you are struggling with trust. I see that as being something that continues. All right, and I don't know you well enough to know how that continues or not, but I see you are starting to leave other people's problems behind. It's like you're Geneva. You're sat in the middle when people are chatting at you, and you're sat in the middle, and you're like, you don't tell that person what that person said, but you're like, you really want to bash people's heads together, because they're actually, it's like they're arguing for nothing. All right, it's absolutely rubbish what they're arguing about. And you have a top card for happy families, so it's not directly family related. You're actually all right. It's literally just that you're a bit chaotic. Hang on. Okay. I'm just picking all the cards up. Right, you have, the arguing. You've got a man who works hard. You've got the world in your hands, so possibly travel, which I know, so that's feel a bit of a fraud. You've also got a youngster who is over 20, who's probably one of yours, who rushes into things, gets in trouble, doesn't think straight, just does stupid stuff. And I can see you worrying about this person, all right? They would benefit from some counselling, to be fair. They would benefit from some help, possibly some Ritalin, or, it's sort of ADHD based, if you see what I mean. And so they never really settle. So that's something that you need to possibly address. And I see that you're one for checking your bank all the time, always checking what money's in and what money's going out and stuff like that. All right. So I can see that from you as well. So I see that you're determined to keep an eye on stuff. That's good. That's good. But there's a lot of control here, Michelle Beaton. A lot of control. So I would suggest possibly a sneak of OCD. All right. And for an angel card for you, my sweet, we have Serena. I'm the angel of abundance. You'll receive the money you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. All right. So the money you need will be there. All right. It will get there one way or t'other, but it will get there. All right. I live their love with you, Michelle, and you've got a grandmother that looks after you. You know that anyway. And you've also got an auntie. Now the auntie was quite close, all right, and she died before her time. but I'm assuming she's for you anyway. But she's got a hand on your shoulder. I can see her with her hand on your shoulder. The dog is now eating me. But if that makes sense, all right. So take care. Love to you. Surprised to see you awake, like me. But good to see you. Okay, Shona. Hi. How are you, Mrs. I'm going to be birth partner. I am. Yeah, she's having a baby. I'm so excited. Right, juggling money, trying to put money away. We know that anyway. You're actually not doing too bad with seeing stuff good in the past. And you've got the Chariot. Well, the Chariot is great. The Chariot means that you're going ahead with stuff. And this is exactly what you want in life. You want to go ahead. You're ready to go ahead. And the Chariot's going to take you that way, all right? So go with your gut. I think you're doing all right. I'm drying up. Right, I've also got quite a deep depression. Now, I know you don't trust easy. I see that. I've got that as well. I see that you've been cheated on in the past. And so you struggle with trust. But I'm also seeing, I'm seeing a deep depression. So I'm seeing that you've been really down. And actually, you should have had counselling because it's something that goes back. And you need to see better things in the past than you see to be able to alleviate that depression that can be quite bad at times. And I've got you laying awake at night, not able to sleep and worrying, but mainly worrying about other people or worrying about what's going on around you. And you need to give up. You're probably getting kicked to hell from the baby as well. But you need to not worry so much, all right? Because worrying gives you lines. So, yeah, go easy on yourself. All right, I can see it working out. It's just a case of the Chariots to take you forward. All right, let's find a card for you, Shane. Oh, there you go, jumped out. Oh, Bethany, when you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, sea salt bath, or pedicure. A sea salt bath wouldn't have hurt you at all. Okay, so give yourself a nice treat. Give yourself a pamper this evening. Have a chill out. Put your dressing gown on. Have a relax. Okay. All right. Take care. Love you lots, and I'll speak to you soon. Denise Farnhill. Hi. I don't think I've read for you yet. Lovely to meet you. Hang on. I'm just moving the chat up so I know where I am. Hi. See what we got for you. So you need to write stuff down. All right. You're forgetting stuff. You make lists, but you need to make more. There's something that you haven't written down that needs to be written down, all right? And that's something you need to realise. You are a very caring person. You look after people like a motherly figure, and I see that you're nurturing, but you don't nurture yourself because you're not looking after yourself properly. Right. There's a lady, and I don't think she's a mother, I don't think she's a grandmother, but she's somebody close, and she's small with big boobs, and she's saying to me that you aren't looking after yourself, and she's proper wagging a finger at you. She's quite angry, and I think that's something very important that you need to hear. I hope that makes sense. I've got you trying to put money away, but you're not very good at it, and I see that you make out you've got happy families. And most of the time you have, but you have got problems and you hide them. So you're a very private person. You don't want people to see what's going on. All right. And I see that there's a youngster around you that you spend money on. There's always one thing after another. And that's probably all of us really. But I've got you insecurities, not seeing good things about yourself, being stubborn. That's something that you need to give yourself a break, because everyone else sees you more positively than you see you. You've got a mother with a sharp tongue behind you as well. She would not take any prisoners, all right? And I see she drives you absolutely mad, even whether that's in spirit or on the earth plane. And you've got an older man around you who's really, really kind. He says nice things and he gives good advice. When I say older man, I mean over 40. Now, I see you also worrying about his health or someone else's health, but it's of the same age. And again, don't worry, all right? I'm not seeing anything horrendous happening there. I am seeing you keeping an eye on the bank, and I'm also seeing the end of the rubbish. So you've been through the worst, all right? This is coming to a better phase, if that makes any sense. Right, let's have a look, see what the angel cards say. Right, Denise, we have a sire again. It's time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I'm watching over you, guiding you and protecting you during these changes. All right, well, it's time to fly. I think that's an important thing you need to learn. All right, I'm going to leave that with you, Denise. Craig, hello, sweetheart. Haven't seen you for ages. Let's see what we got for you. We've got you seeing spirit, which we know. We've got you having a partner in your life who's very calming, got a lot of good things to say to you. But I've got you making out you're strong when really you're not feeling it. And I'm also seeing OCD. So I'm seeing a certain amount of OCD, which is an issue. Somebody around you has got anger issues. They're coming up, they're over 20 now, and they have got anger issues. They could do with benefit from some counselling of some description, okay? So possibility, because you've got a youngster as well who's got a sharp tongue around you as well, they've got to be. But there's a lot of control here. So you're trying to control everything, and it's like I want to say to you, you know, so what if things aren't quite right? Allow it to happen, okay? Allow things to just work out the way they are. Stop letting things get on top of you. You're not doing what you want to do. You need to be doing what you want to do, all right? It's driving you mad. And I see that, you know, money-wise, you're right. But there's a lot of control here. And you always keep an eye on the bank, always making sure where your money's going and stuff like that, which is a good practice to be in. But again, as I say, I need to tell you to let go, because your control is terrible, and it's like you're anxious all the time. All right, and you need to let go, Craig. All right, sweetheart. Let's get a card for you. And for an angel card, we have Grace and Antoinette. To help heal this situation, see other person's point of view with compassion. So when it comes up, if it hasn't already, look at it from both sides. Don't just jump to a conclusion. All right, sweetheart? Okay? Hope that makes sense. And love to you. Right, I think Taz is next. Hang on, let's just check. Thank you, honey. Taz Dixon. Hi, how are you? Hope you're well. Let's see how we're getting on for Taz. Taz, you got the Wheel of Fortune. So that's all about your luck's changing, and there's a move. Now, whether that's a move, again, a physical move, I'm not sure. But this change of the Wheel of Fortune is all about learning. So whether that's education or whether that's learning life's lessons, it's something you need to learn to allow that change of circumstances, which you so badly want. All right, and that's going to happen, okay, without a shadow of a doubt. But you have to leave other people's past problems behind. And you've got literally that shuffle. I had 3 cards of new beginning. All right, I've not seen that for years. So you've got the Fool, which is the beginning of the whole tarot pack. It's the Fool's journey. He starts at the top. It's a new beginning. You're stepping off the precipice. You're doing something that you're not sure about, but you're going to do it. And you know what? You've got lovely new beginnings afterwards. So you've got all, you know, the best new beginnings. So whatever you're planning to do is going to pan out well, but you've got to take a leap of faith. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you. And you've got to not let insecurity hold you back, all right? Because insecurity can hold you back, my darling. And I can see that you feel trapped with other people's problems when really you need to let go of them. You are got Gypsy in your family, and that means that you like things to not be the same all the time. You get bored. And, you know, fair play. But as I say, you've got an absolute brilliant new beginning. The best, but you've got to learn. And it's all about education, whether that's like studious education or just the education of life. And for you, I have, now that you've asked for angel's help, you see it, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. All right? So, you know, give yourself a break and it'll be cool. All right? Okay, right. That's you done, my darling. Now I have Julie. Hi, Julie. How are you? Haven't seen you for ages either. Be lovely to see you again. Right, Julie. You're rushing about all the time like you haven't got a moment, which seems odd because we're in lockdown. But it's like you must be keeping yourself busy. But it's telling me that you've got everything there, you just don't have a chance to look for it. Does that make sense? So you've got every opportunity there in the table, but you don't have a chance to look at it. And, you know, believe it, you've got the magician. You've got strength. You've got that you make out you're strong and you don't feel it. So you're like the matriarch, and you feel like you've got to hold that matriarch position. Although I think your daughter's more of a matriarch than you are. She seems to be. I'm being told she's a stronger one. I'm assuming it's your grandmother I'm hearing this from. She's shorter than you. Um, but she's telling me that your daughter kind of mothers you. Makes sense. Um, and I see that you one of the grandkids is really bright, little indigo child, but they won't concentrate because they don't have to. All right, so then when they get to school, they're going to be naughty. They're going to do what they want just because they don't have to listen. So I see that being an issue, and I see that you've got plans and ideas, my darling, and go with it. Roll with your plans and ideas, sweetheart. Yeah, it's time for better times, and I've got the card that I normally get, which is the High Priestess, which tells me you're in a good position. You're spiritual. You know that you are. You're a master. You're spiritual. You're probably not using it enough. But I'll tell you what your biggest problem is. You don't see good in the past, and it's something that you need to learn. All right, Julie. All right, let's see if I can get an angel card for you. And for Julie, I have Chantal. Right, so your relationship's getting better. You've been a bit quiet, but it's reignited passion. Okay, so be open to it. All right, it's probably gone a bit rusty. Okay, take care, and I hope everything's well, and I hope to see you soon. Right, we have Craig. I've done Craig. I've done Jade. Laura Lewis said thank you. Saffron, hi. And love and light, Diane, absolutely. Right, Saffron. Saffron, you planned on having another baby? Because there's another pregnancy around you. And I've got you trying to put money away, but you're not very good. But I've got you turning away from the good things about you. So you're being quite stuck in your ways and stubborn, and you're turning away from the good things because you've got so much going for you, and you just don't believe it. Your youngster's got a sharp tongue, or will have, and it will drive you mad. All right, you're gonna have a lot to say. Okay, and I do think there's going to be another one. I'm afraid that's the most important thing I'm getting there. But also, I see the end of the rubbish. You're a good mum. I see the end of the rubbish. I see you've been through some times, and it's been tough, and you're coming out the other side. So that's good. But what I'm also seeing is that you aren't, you don't see good in the past, and you need to start seeing some good in the past. Pick out the good bits, and don't remember the bad, or try and erase the bad from your head, because you're fed up with bickering. There's bickering all around you, and it's driving you absolutely mad. All right, I think the pregnancy is a big one for you. Right. And the card for you is, it's going to be within the year, the pregnancy, by the way. To help heal the situation, ask the other person's point of view, see the other person's point of view with compassion. Okay, all right, Saffron. You should be able to rewind it and watch it again if you missed it. All right. No sound, Michelle. Right, Michelle, go back, rewind it, and it should be all right. Louise Horwell. I haven't read for you, have I? Hang on. Saffron, Michelle, done Michelle. Charlotte Miller. Hi, Charlotte. If it's frozen, you should be able to rewind it because my one isn't freezing. So hopefully it's just literally your own, or the problem with the internet. But I think you'll be all right if you go back and re-watch it. Louise Horwell, I think you're next. I keep pulling you up and it keeps going down. Louise Horwell. Hi, not met you before. Right, so let's see what, oh, you're a bit, right, so Louise, you're laying awake worrying about other people and other people's problems where your life actually is okay, all right? You got a moving on, and you've got a learning as well, so there's something coming up where you need to learn more, okay? Whether it's life lessons or whether it's educational, you are coming to a stage where you need to learn more, or you're going to learn something that's going to help you to earn more money. You're quite stubborn and you refuse to see the things in the past, okay? And I see that you need to write stuff down because you're missing something. There's something going on in your life that you should have written down, and you're going to miss it if you don't get there and write stuff down. You need to do it. It's part of, you used to do it all the time, but you've stopped doing it, and there's something coming up that is going to cause you issues if you don't write it down, all right? And you've got a soulmate round you, so whether you've got him now on or he's on his way. But what I will tell you is that he is he'll say what he thinks. He'll rush into things and he'll say what he thinks. But you like that because you know where you stand. All right, Louise, if that makes sense. And you've got the Wheel of Fortune, so things are changing for you. But it's again about education. You need to trust this person. All right. Don't mistrust. I understand why you do, and I understand that it's in the past, but try not to mistrust. And also, there's a warning card here that tells me that somebody's going to ask you to borrow some money. Now, this someone has got money. They're making out they haven't, but they have got money. All right. So if you can afford to lose it, then lend it. If you can't afford to lose it, absolutely no, because you're not going to get it back. All right. Okay, Louise, I hope that makes sense to you, my sweet, and I'll get you an angel card. And for you, the angel card is, oh, had him out a few times. Grace and Antoinette, to help heal this situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. All right. Okay, so try to do that, and things will be cool. I've got Charlotte, Michelle, I've done Michelle. Charlotte Miller. I can't see Charlotte Miller, but apparently you're here. Hang on, I'm working down my list. Right, Charlotte, I'm going to do you now. So, Charlotte Miller. Right, Charlotte, you're moving on in your situation. You're potentially moving. But the idea is the whole point is you've got to learn, all right? You've got to learn the lessons of the last to move on happily. You have to be able to let go of the past to move on, and that's a big thing for you at the moment. You're of gypsy descent, so somewhere you've got gypsies in your family, and you don't like things to stay the same. You're very particular about changing stuff, and you get bored easy. I can see that. Give yourself a break. I see money's okay. All right, you're very particular on looking after it, and you enjoy getting it. You enjoy doing working or whatever you do to bring that money into the house, and you're very particular about looking after it. All right, so that's good. But you have got to leave someone's problems behind. This is an adult. You've got a youngster who's got some issues. They're quite gobby. They will be very vocal, and they'll say stuff that can be quite painful. And you've got a fella around you who's calm and gives you good advice as well. So that's an older person, okay? I can see that. And I see that you're your own worst critic, sweetheart, Charlotte. You have problems, you deal with them, and then you beat yourself up for having them in the first place. When you've dealt with them, it doesn't matter, all right? Give yourself a break. You're very, very tough on yourself, and it's not fair. And it's got you controlling other people's problems. So you make yourself concerned about other people's problems because then you haven't got to worry about your own problems. And that's something that possibly you could do with looking at. All right. I'm going to take one more card for you. Yeah, again, it's leaving other people's problems behind. You will leave them behind, even if they don't pick them up. You're going to leave them behind because it's time for you to move on, Charlotte. All right, you've got your own issues to deal with, and you blank them out sometimes. And for you, we got Uriel. Your emotions are healing, which enables you're to open to greater love. I'll help and release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and soul. All right, I think that's very important. Okay, so that's Charlotte. Right, now where are we doing? I've got a lot of people talking. Agna, Agna, hello Agna, nice to meet you. Coffee and fag. I've done Michelle Harris. It's all right. Sheila's in the background telling me if I've missed anyone, and I did Michelle and Michelle Beaton back to front because that's me and I'm blonde. Right. Agna. Agna, I can't pronounce your surname. Gritch Unite. Hello, nice to meet you. Right, you've got a. Okay, right, money's improving for you. You've got two people around you. When I say people that can be, they're over 20. One's really calm, one's got a sharp tongue, okay? But also, the one that's calm is also a worker, all right? And these are people that you worry about, okay? I can see that you're trying to you've learned to deal with your problems one at a time. So you used to let them all go on top of you and you didn't know if you were coming, going, been or gone. But you've learned to deal with them and one at a time. All right. Hope that makes sense. And I've got you being in control of your emotions. Okay, so you're more grounded, centered than you are. I'm not getting saying that. I'll get control over money as well. So you are a little bit OCD. You like to control. I don't mean that you're a control freak. I mean that you like to be in control. You like to be in control of your money. You like to be in control of your emotions. But you make out you're stronger than you are. So you act like you haven't got a care in the world when actually inside you're eating yourself up. And it's not doesn't make you weak to give in to that. You've got a lady behind you with a sharp tongue. I wouldn't want to cross her, and she drives you mad. All right, so I can see her behind you as well, and I see that justice is going to be done. Karma will happen. All right, so I think that's something you needed to know. All right, justice will be done. So whatever it is you're waiting for an answer on, justice will be done. Okay, or somebody's going to get karma around the head, hopefully. Right, Amiga, and this cements it. Victory. Your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work, Agni. I think that's something you need to. Karma's going to happen. Victory's going to be yours. It's all going the right way. All right, my darling. I'll leave my love with you. Now, Kelly. Oh, hang on. Michelle Saffron done that. Julie Agner. Julie Michelle. I have done Michelle Harris. Julie Bradford. Kelly Smith. Hi, Kelly. Let's see how we get on with Kelly. Wrong one. Kelly Smith. Right. You see spirits around you. You're aware of them. You see a dark shadow in the. This is somebody you didn't know though. This is somebody who's connected to your house, I think. But don't worry about it. They're not going to hurt you, okay? But you're very aware of spirits around you. You have your grandfather who was actually. You were a bit of a granddaddy's girl, I understand, or it might be great granddaddy, but he stands over your shoulder. Okay, he is quite strong, and he's somebody that you would have known in life. I've got some backstabbing going on behind your back. There's a little group of people, and then you will find out what's going on there. It's going to be a nightmare, but don't worry about it because you're on top of it. You know it's happening. Just don't trust anyone or tell them anything you don't want everyone to know, because this person will nag, all right? And they're going to say everything that you don't want them to say. You've got the Chariot, which means it's time for you to go forward. So you've got ideas, You're going in the right direction, okay? Give yourself a break and just do it. You know, take your bull by the horns, all right? It's time for you to go ahead with your ideas. You've been through the worst, all right? You've got a soulmate, whether that's here now or whether that's coming. You've got a soulmate there as well, okay? And I'm getting the card for that. I think that's important. And I've got you as your own worst critic, which I was getting anyway. So you have problems, you deal with them, but you blame yourself for having them in the first place. So you make your life hard yourself. You know, go easy on yourself. It's not, you know, Kelly, life's, you know, we're not all perfect. Nobody's perfect. All right, give yourself a break. And you've got Archangel Michael. So I'm with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. Archangel Michael is a wonderful card to have, and it shows that everything's changing for you, and you're going to be okay. All right? I hope that makes sense to you, Kelly, darling. Let's do the next one. Next, I have Kelly Smith. I've done Kelly. Daniela Centola. Hi, Daniela. I don't think we've spoken before. For you, I've got spending money on a youngster all the time. And you've also got an older youngster always asking you for money who potentially, I say older youngster, somebody over 20, who comes to you asking to borrow money and you need to say no, okay? This is a warning card. It says if you do lend them the money, whether you find it, because you've given me last 2 pence, but if you give them the money, you're not going to get it back. This is a warning there, all right? So take note of it, because if it hasn't happened already, it's going to. I'll see you getting some people out of your life as well. This is quite dramatic cards, Daniela. You've got a situation where there's backstabbing, you're going to get some people out of your life. And then I've got you coming on to pastures new. I've got you as the Fool, which is the top of the cards. That is the top of the major arcana. That's the whole tarot is designed around the Fool's journey. Now the Fool takes a chance. The Fool steps off the precipice and does something different, and that's you right now. And then I've got new beginnings as well. So quite dramatic around you. I've also got news of a pregnancy. Okay, and that's going to be within the year too, without a shadow of a doubt. That's come through twice now as I'm shuffling. So that's something else to think about. But you've got a strong lady with a sharp tongue behind you. Drives you mad. Don't listen. What she says, she doesn't mean that it to come out the way it does. She's just got no filter. All right, Daniela? And I think you understand that. And for you, I have, now is the time to learn. You see that? Study and gather information. Enjoy being a student because in the future you'll synthesize your knowledge into action. All right, sweetheart. I hope that makes sense to you. And I hope to see you again. Lauren, have I already read for Lauren? I thought I had. Yeah, I have. Right, okay. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Lauren, hi. How are you? Right, Lauren, I've got a few messages from you. Okay. Right, Lauren, you've got an older man around you who gives you good advice. You don't always listen to him, and you should, because what he's saying makes a lot of sense. But you find him quite staid and not sort of get up and go like you. And I see that you actually are in a group of friends and you sit in the middle, so, or it could be family even, where you are like Geneva, you're sat in the middle listening to everyone harping on at each other and kind of trying to be the mediator. Um, I see that happening now, if not in the very near future. I see that you've been cheated on, so you have trouble with trusting, and I want to tell you to trust. I think that's something you need to know, Lauren. You need to trust. All right. I think you struggle, and I think that's something that ongoing, and you have got a relationship. Whether it's a could be a bit more of a sort of either a very highly sexual relationship or a fuck buddy relationship going on here, all right? But I see that you're definitely getting people out of your life, and these people need to go. These people are toxic, and you'll find out who they are if you haven't already, because there is a little bit of backstabbing going on there. And I see that you are in control of other people's problems, so you worry about people, you feel like you're trapped, you can't move forward, but mainly by other people's problems, Lauren, and you need to let go. All right, you've got I want to say she's a mother, but she's a mothering figure behind you. Okay, she's given me a baking smell, specifically baking like bread. All right, I think that will mean something to you. I hope it will. And I've got you being at the end of the rubbish, so you're coming out the other side. Things have been tough. All right, now you've got an older man, you're worried about his health. Don't worry. Okay, I'm not seeing anything bad happening to him. All right, so when it happens, don't worry. All right, and I've got money being a bit of a mess, but you're doing okay. All right, it's there, just a bit of a mess, and that's you trying to be in the middle of everything and trying to cope with, you know, everyone asking you questions, or how do you think about this? No, you'll never believe what so and so said. So you're in a bit of a tough place to be. And for an angel card, we've got Celeste. So a happy move to a new home or place of employment is in the works. This placement, this movement will what? Will usher in positive new energy. All right. So I hope that makes sense to you, my darling. And lots of love. Right, and now we have Kelly Smith would like a reading, Ben saying. Hi, Kelly. I've done Kelly Smith, haven't I? Did I not do Kelly Smith? Hang on. I thought I did Kelly Smith. I've done Kelly Smith. I've done her, right? Okay, Kelly, you're done. Jeanette Roberts, I think is the next one. Jeanette, hi, nice to meet you. Jeanette, you got temptation. So there's things you want to do and you're not sure, you're up and on. I'm not sure whether you want. Oh, hang on. Do you want it for yourself or for Bethany Roberts, Jeanette? I'm doing this for you, Jeanette. I'll do Bethany afterwards, but at the moment I'm doing this for you. All right. Right. You got. Oh, hello. Throwing cards away. Warning cards. Don't lend money out. All right. You're going to be asked again. A few people have had this. You're going to be asked to lend money out. Don't lend it unless you can afford to lose it, because you won't get it back. This is one of those awful things where they're going to ask and they're not as skint as they make out, all right? Oh, God, I'm trying. You are in a bit of a mess, you young lady. Jeanette, you're spiritual. You're deeply spiritual. You should be doing this. You should be doing psychic readings. Whether you do, I don't know. But it's something you should be doing, all right? You're centered. You believe in the universe. You believe that everything around us is there for a reason. But you don't see good in the past, and you need to start seeing that good in that past. Because if the one thing you learn from today would be reflection, okay, positive reflection, not negative reflection, Jeanette. All right. I see that you've got a youngster around you under 20 who's got Asperger's, ADHD, that sort of thing, does autistic spectrum, doesn't concentrate, drives you mad, and worries you all the time. It's just the way they're going to be. They're going to be fine, absolutely. They just don't concentrate. But I see that they probably drive you mad. And I see you stab yourself in the back with everyone else's problems as well, which is a tough place to be because you're doing it yourself. I want to tell you to let it go, let go of other people's problems because they're not yours, all right, and they make you really tired and grumpy. And I've got God, you really are. Now I don't throw cards around, but you're definitely getting people out your life, all right, quite a lot, all right, and there's a reason for it, but you don't see the good things about you. You need to. These people are preying on your good nature. All right. You need to see yourself and appreciate yourself to realise, take a step back, and you know what? I'm better than that. All right. Don't let them do it to you, because that's what's happening. It's all about your own self doubt. Why you let this happen. All right. So change it, please. And you've got the Wheel of Fortune. So things do change if you learn. and you have to learn. You have to learn the life's lessons. You have to learn to like yourself as well. All right, sweetheart. And that's something that is big. All right. Now, for you, I have Francesca. What do you desire right now? Visualize it and it will come about. Negativity will block your progress. It is all about negativity with you. You need to stop being negative about yourself. All right. I hope that makes sense. Even the angel cards are flying off. All right. So you're in a bit of a mess at the moment, but go easy and you'll be fine. All right. Okay. Hope that makes sense to you, my sweetheart. That's Jeanette Roberts. Now we have Lauren Hill, Jeanette Roberts, Louise Hall, well done. Charlotte Miller, I've done. Agni, I've done. Marissa Gant. Hi, Marissa. Let's see what we got for you. So, right, you're staying in too much. I think we all are. But you've got ideas and plans you want to do, and it's like you've got the Hermit, but the Hermit is also a wizard. So you've got plans and ideas you want to do, all right, but you're staying in too much. I see that you're aware of spirit around you, and you've got a sharp tongue when you want one. All right, so you'll say it as it is, which isn't a bad thing. All right, Marissa, that's a good thing. I see that again. You've got some people coming out of your life right now, and you've got a pregnancy as well. So you're going to find out about pregnancy within a year. Now, whether how close that is, I'm not sure, but it's going to be close enough to come out in this mini reading. So it's going to be relatively close. And I see that you're impatient. I see that you want things to happen now, and life's not like that, unfortunately. And I see that you're juggling money, but I think you all are. And I see that you've had a change, and things are now changing for the better. So you've been through the worst. You're now changing for the better, which is great. But you have to stop blaming yourself for everything, because you put yourself there. You put yourself on the stock. So if something goes wrong, it's always your fault. All right. And you have to give yourself the benefit of the doubt. All right. Okay. Be nice, be kind to yourself, because others won't be. And you're in control of your emotions, even though you don't feel it. You try to be, and the wheel of fortune for you again is changing. But it's all about learning. You have to learn, sweetheart. You really have to, or else it won't change the way you want it to. All right. I hope that makes sense to you. And I've also seen that you're in control of other people's emotions. So you have a little bit of control. You like to be in control, a little bit of OCD. But notice that I'm not seeing you being in control of your own problems. So I think you're reversing and looking after others, and you haven't got to worry about your own. And for you, we have Melina. You are confused and indecisive because you don't have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. All right, Marissa, I hope that makes sense. And lots of love, and we'll see you soon, hopefully. Right, so Marissa Gant. Now we have Lauren Hill's done. Diane Carpenter. Hi, Diane. Yeah, I don't think I read for you. Diane Carpenter. Right, Diane, you've got an older man around you you're worried about his health. You've got an older man in spirit. So you've got like, I don't know if he's your dad or if he's your granddad, but you've got an older man in spirit who tickles your head. He tickles your head at night. All right. So when you're sat, it's making me want to do this. So I don't know if that's something you do, but he's making me do this with my hair. All right. So I think that's something that is going on there. I see that you like to keep an eye on your money. So you like to keep checking the bank. You like to know what's going in and going out. I understand that. We all want to know that, but it's more than that. It's like obsessive. You're always checking it. And I've got temptation, so you want to change something. You got the devil and the angel, so you want to do something different. You're not sure what to do, but it will work its way out. All right, the fella's going to help you. All right. Now, Diane, what else have we got for you? There's a move and a move on in the situation. I think it possibly could be a house move, but I've got the World just fell out of the pack. That's the top card. So, Diane, you're going the right way. You've just got to move forward. All right, you've got a new beginning. You've got to see again, you've got to see good things about you, and watch for your itchy head. All right. We have Rochelle, as you honour and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. All right. So go with your gut, and you'll be surprised you're going the right way. All right, sweetheart. Right, I leave their love with you now. Who have we got now? Charlotte, Diane, Agni, Jay Ailing. Hi. Hi, Jay. I've got fun. That's my family name, Ailing, believe it or not. My father was adopted, but he was an Ailing from Gosport. But he was adopted. And Jay, you got a pregnancy coming around you within the year, all right? And money's improving. So you're going to get a new job or a rise up or more money coming in or more, more work. But there's something where you're going to have more money coming in very soon, all right? So that will be good for you. And I can see that you've got a youngster around you who has definite autistic, Asperger's, doesn't like change, and you worry about them. They're going to be fine, all right? But it's something that niggles at you, all right? Because you try your best. And you're with a soulmate, whether you are now or it's coming, but there's definitely one there. And you enjoy working and getting money, or you enjoy getting money in, whatever you do. And you're good with your money at the moment. You say you're better than you have been. I see you having the world in your hands, so I do believe that you will struggle. You will travel at some point, all right? When we're allowed. And I see that you do worry. You don't trust easy, Jay. You've been cheated on, and you have troubles. You have issues with trust. Right. If you continue to not trust, you're never going to settle down properly. You have to trust, because you make life hard for yourself. All right. And Jay, you've got an older man behind you who's a spirit. Okay, he's looking out for you. This one does something to the back of your knees, back of your legs. I'm not sure how or what, but he does something. All right, whether he itches it or something. And you've actually got an older man around you, Jay, who gives you good advice and you don't listen. All right, and there is a little bit of backstabbing. There's some problems going on somewhere. A little bit of backstabbing behind your back, but you'll find out about it. Don't worry about it. It's not going to give you a day's worry. But you need to write everything down, because you are forgetting stuff, Jay. All right, there's something that you haven't written down that's quite important. And if you need to go back through your paperwork, I think there's a letter that isn't opened. And I have a happy move to a new home or place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive new energy. All right, sweetheart. So, yeah, you're going to have, everything's going to be cool for you. It's all going to be positive. All right? Right, okay, that's you done. Ethan. I've done Kelly. Yeah, done Jay. Right, Ethan Toon. Hi, Ethan. Of course you can have a reading. Right. So, Ethan, you've got a bit of control issues you have. You like to be in control. And you've been through the worst. You've had some tough times. There's been arguments, but you've come through it. You've had to control other people's problems, though, Ethan. So you've had to help people, and you do worry. You're a bit of a worry wart. You worry about everyone else's problems, which is a harsh place to be. Now you've got a youngster around you. This actually, if it's not around you, it could be you yourself. You very, very clever. Doesn't need to concentrate at school. It just goes in. It's like they'll pick up a phone, like indigo children. They'll pick up a phone and they'll just know how to work it. It's amazing. And you've got one of those, or you are one of those. All right. And I see that you do actually get quite down. You do have a little bit of depression going on there. And a lot of it is because you don't see the good things about you, but you choose not to do that. You turn away from the good things about you. So you did know. You've just kind of lost that. And I want to bring you back to being you, because that's the important thing. You've lost sight of yourself, all right, Ethan? So come back. You've actually happy families. You're staying in too much. We all are, but you've got ideas and plans and things you want to do, all right? So you're lighting the way. You know where you want to go, but you just got to trust it. All right, Ethan? A lot of yours is self-doubt. Your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith, and don't try to force it to happen. All right, Ethan? Okay, sweetheart? Hope that makes sense to you. Right. Jeanette Roberts, I've done. Jason Toon, hello. I've done Marissa. Right, good, Jeanette. I'm glad you're taking on board your reading. That's what I do it for. Now, right, Jason, you've got Gypsy in your family. So you like to change things. You don't always like things the same. You've also, I don't know if you're related to Ethan, but I've got two of you, both got like down. You get down, very down sometimes. You need to go ahead with your plans and ideas, all right? Money's improving for you, okay? So you're going to get a job, or you're going to get more money, or you're going to get a bigger job. Something positive is there, all right? And it is going to improve your money. You're going to get a bit messy because you're going to be so busy. But yeah, it's good. It may not be that you get a new job, it might be that you get more work, or you go up in a job. Money, you're juggling money at the moment. I think we all are. But you have a soulmate around you, and if you haven't now, you certainly will have soon, and that's within the year. All right, you make out you're strong, but you don't feel it, and you need to go ahead with your ideas because you've got the Chariot, which is going through the doors and going forward. You worry about your mum's health. Don't worry too much, okay? It's going to be cool, but obviously you're worrying, and I want to relieve that worry from you, okay? I'll take that worry from you. And I can see that you actually you're careful with your money at the moment, so you're keeping an eye on it. All right, you're another one checking the bank all the time. I hope that makes sense. I'm glad you got your soulmate around you. That's important. But you have to learn to trust, and that's something you struggle with. You don't trust a lot of people. I don't even think that's in a relation setting. I think that's generally, all right. And I have Opal. Your children in earth and in heaven are happy and well cared for, all right, by God and the angels. All right, now I think, Jason, for you, there is a little boy around you. Now, I'm not sure if he's your brother or if he's an unborn, but he's definitely there, all right? So it's somebody, I think you had invisible friends when you were younger as well, all right? You had best friends, you know, who you talk to. That doesn't make you weird. It just means that you've got a spirit, all right? So take care, Jason. I leave my love with you, and I hope that makes sense. Right, we have Laylina. Layla, what do you say? Laylana. Hi. Need a drink. I need a fag. 2 seconds. Laylana. Right. Laylana. Right, you're at the end of you're at a break in your life. Not, I don't mean you're dying or anything. I mean you've gone through the worst and you're coming out the other side. So we've got a really nice new beginning for you now. All right. Yeah, absolutely. You've got to go ahead with your ideas. Yeah, you've got new beginnings and quite a good new beginning. So you've been through the worst, absolutely 100%. You know, when you sometimes will say, I wish I could do it again and know what I know now. You're at that situation where you can do it again. It's that much of a new that you can do it again. You are going to go ahead with it. All right. And yeah, you're going to do some learning, right? Now, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is a change related through learning of some description. So you've got to learn, whether it's life lessons or what, to change that wheel. And you are doing that. But also I've got you learning to earn more money. So I'd suggest is either on-work training or something that you're going to take up or do as an extra that's going to help you to earn more money, all right? And that's a positive. And I see you, there's a couple of people you've got to get out of your life, but that's fine. It's for the best. They've been shit stirring. You know who they are. Deal with it, and that's done. All right. It's not going to cause you a day's worry. And you've got the World, which is the top card, Liliana. So you don't get better than that. All right. So you've got to change your circumstances by learning, but it's going to take you the right way. All right. Hope that makes sense. All right, let's get a card for you, an angel card. And Lilana, we have Vanessa. Oops. To make your decision, ask yourself which way brings me closer to my divine purpose, which way takes me away from it. I understand you are a healer, or you should be a healer, Lilana. I don't know if you're aware of that, but you should be a healer. It's in your makeup. So look to it. You should be a healer if you're not already. All right. I'll leave their love with you because I think you've got a little girl in spirit. All right. And I don't think I think she's yours. All right. But she's there anyway. All right. Okay. I'll leave their love with you. Paul Carrington. All right. Can I have a reading? Okay. Paul. Oh. Okay. Paul. You're in the middle. You're the Geneva man. All right. So everyone comes to you with issues. You're worried about your mum. Don't worry too much, okay? I'm not seeing a bad outcome coming out of this, but you are in the middle trying to keep everyone happy. You're worried about a lot of people, actually. You're worried about a man's health as well. Probably in today's climate. I understand that. Right. You've got the Lover's card, Paul, which means that you're in a deep relationship with some sort. If you're not, you will be, okay? But it's more of a passionate relationship than a soulmate, if that makes sense. You need to get to know each other better. It's like I want you to delve deeper. I want you to learn more. All right. I see that you've got a mother. You like to look after people. That's your thing. So if you I see there's two youngsters coming through here. You've got one who's really clever and one who's really mouthy, and he'll say what get quite irate about stuff. All right. Now these are only quite young. All right, and I see them driving you mad. And I've got you battling your head like lots of crap and people battering their heads against each other and battering horns, but they're only doing it with their own problems. It's nothing serious. It's like really stupid. It's really petty, and it probably drives you absolutely mental. And I can see that you struggle with trust as well. So you've been hurt in the past as well, young Paul. Right, there's a lot of you out there. Right, for you, I have Isaiah. It's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I'm watching over you, guiding you, protecting you during these changes. Okay, so things are changing for you, Paul, and that's good. It's for the positive. All right, I hope that makes sense. Love and light to you. And you're incredible. Thank you, Jay. Jason, Paul, right, I'm done. Right, I hope you all enjoyed your readings, all right? Lots of love. I'm pretty sure I haven't missed anyone, which makes a change. I normally miss someone. I will be here same time next week if anyone wants to come on. And also, I will do private readings. Unfortunately, I have to charge for those. The private readings are done through the medium of Messenger at the moment, obviously, because of social distancing. It does work. And it's £15 and it's about 45 minutes, roughly 45 minutes. But if you message me, then I will arrange a time to do that with you if anyone's interested. All right. But other than that, I'll be here same time next week. Okay. Take care. I'm getting thank yous. I hope everyone made sense to everyone, and I will leave our love and light. Keep your eyes open for Team Styler and what else we're doing. We've got meditation on Wednesday, and we've actually got a moon group on Thursday because it's a full flower moon, which is a super moon. So we'll be doing some work making vision boards. So if anyone wants to come and enjoy, you only need a piece, either a board or a piece, even a piece of paper. Really, you can do it with anything. All right, but pop on. It's on as an event, and keep an eye. All right. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm going to go now. Love and light, and we'll see you soon. See you next time next week.